Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, uh-huh. Uh-uh. No, 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 no. Uh-uh. No, why don't you guys, why don't you just be quiet while I'm trying to make a video, please? Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, I got a little chatterbox over my head sitting on top of a light pole. But other than that, I think I got a pretty sound environment for a video. Okay. So before I begin, let me say the views that I'm about to express are my opinion. Okay? So, Facebook, Twitter, whichever left leaning platform that is monitoring this video, I'm going ahead and letting that be known. Yesterday, I posted a video on the Book of Face, and I'm sorry, I didn't post a video. I made a post, the green background, and it was short and sweet. It was in honor of our new president-elect, and it basically said, well, it exactly said, I hope that all of you Trump haters are happy. And I did get some rebuttals from it. A couple rebuttals, one more than another rebuttal, which will remain nameless, made the insinuation that the post was, how should I say, mean-spirited. I find that very interesting, though, that I got that sort of response from a person that heavily supported pure hatred for this president the entire 4 years that he's been in office. And if that is the general consensus of the opinions of that group, I just find it somewhat ironic on many levels. I also kind of get a kick out of like how many people were like saying, making little Facebook posts saying be safe, when, well, all year really the Democratic left has been just basically burning down the entire country. Find it very ironic and quite entertaining too that they described what happened in the events of what went on in the Capitol on January 6th as an insurrection as well. Fine, you have your opinions, and I have mine. However, different they may vary, we still live in a democracy. Or, well, so far we do. How much of it is actually going to be left, we'll see. Let's break down that word democracy. I'm not going to give you the textbook definition. Forget that. Let me give you the very layman terms of democracy and what it basically means. It basically means that I have the right to think what I want to think, and so do you. And we should have that freedom. to continue that right. That's a extreme general layman's term of what democracy means. I do find it very ironic that people can dish it out, but they can't take it. So apparently, one of the people that agreed with me, that had difference of opinion from this other person that did not share the same views that I have, I guess made some sort of report to the Facebook of saying that her comments were in the nature of bullying. That's very interesting. It's very interesting. You know, I want to reveal something right now. Years ago, I too was sort of on the same wavelength of thinking as the left, or I thought I was. I just didn't really disagree with them. But I really didn't do any critical thinking of my own, which I have done in the last 6 years. When people talked about how President Obama and how wonderful, how much of a fist bumping name to be all around cat that he was, I had nothing against that. I had nothing to say about it. Nothing to say negative at all. Because I just didn't have an opinion about him. I just wanted to get along with everybody. That was until my taxes started to get hiked up higher and higher and higher every year. So then I started to ask questions. Why is this happening? I'm a single guy. I don't own a business. And then I started to realize that that administration really did have some, let's just say, underlying agendas. How it wanted to fundamentally change things. So then I started to wake up. And I started to realize that that administration did not have the best interest of this country. It was crippling people, not helping people. But the left-wing media, they never reported on it. They just gave it a pass. There's a well-known belief that we are the content that we view. Content, what we watch on TV, very much defines who we are as people. And when I started to change my content and stop listening to the mainstream media and started to do some investigative research on these administrations, the Bush administration, the Obama administration, the Clinton administration, it wasn't what I thought at all. The question that I asked myself for a very long time, though, was why didn't I do it sooner? And there's an answer to that. A very simple and a very, very much well, there's a lot more. This is not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit more, less traffic, and there's more people out here than I thought. I'm getting distracted all over the place. Okay. Sorry, lost train of thought here. I'm a little self-conscious when people are around because it loses focus. When I started to pay attention more, I started to find out, because I started to do investigative research for people that worked for the Clintons, for people that worked for the Obamas. And it wasn't what I thought at all. So, yes, needless to say, my vote for 2016 and 2020 went to Donald Trump. Because I simply just couldn't pretend anymore that the Democratic left is in the best interest of the American country. They're not. They may tell you they are, but they're not. And why? So you may be sitting right now listening to this and completely shaking your head, rolling your eyes, and saying, how do you know? Well, let me ask you, how do you know? And it's because you believe what you believe. And why do you believe what you believe? It's very simple. Because it's easier to turn on the TV and listen to someone like Brian Williams, who will sit there, look directly into a camera, as I am doing right now myself, tell you with his mid-Atlantic American dialogue, with his Brooks Brothers suit, and tell you what you want to believe. Because when he does that, that excuses you from doing any other research of your own. Oh, I know. So you're thinking, well, Todd, what makes you think that you're an authority? What makes you think that the information that you come to know is true? I'm not saying that it is true, but let me ask you this. Why did they try to repress the information that I know? Ask yourself that. See, the easy thing is just to turn on the TV and just believe what the guy or the woman in makeup that sounds very eloquent says. And you think that they swore some sort of Hippocratic oath to tell the truth. Maybe I'm lying to you. Or maybe I'm not. But I gotta tell you, ever since that I have made decisions that I have made, which I don't make lightly, my life has not been any easier at all. It would just be a lot more easy for me to be like you and just believe what the guy in the Brooks Brothers suit says is true. I'm gonna leave it right there. If you find this insightful, good. I'm glad I could be of service. If you think it's bullshit, sorry I wasted your time.